Today, we're talking about the unexpected costs of living in the Denver metro area. There are many things that you probably won't think about up front, but once you get here, you'll realize how expensive they are. So I wanted to share those things with you, those things that you might not think about ahead of time. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. I do appreciate you showing up again. My name is Hansen, and I'm a local area realtor, and I'm also a suburban mom. Now, there are always a few things that catch people off guard when they move here to Denver. And the first one of those is insurance. The cost of homeowners insurance and car insurance. Well, it's high here. There's no question about it. Actually, we are the fourth highest state for insurance costs in all of America. So that just gives you a little bit of an idea of what we're talking about here. So we have hail here in Colorado, and we have fires. And we have more fires than one that we care to have, but two than what many people think. And because of hail and because of those fires, well, our insurance rates, they're high. So please make sure you check with your insurance provider prior to making that move, or when thinking or looking at your budget about moving to Colorado and what it is you can afford. Please make sure you talk to your insurance person just to make sure that you can fit that into your budget as well. The next thing is property tax. Well, if you're buying a new construction home or a home in a newer or brand new community, we have what we call metro districts here. And with those metro districts, well, the taxes are high. Much higher than if you were to purchase a home in an older neighborhood. So again, just something to think about if you're looking at new construction, or if you're looking at a home that was built within the last, I would say 5 years, then you definitely want to inquire about what that tax rate is and make sure that you can figure that into your budget as well. Now, if you're talking with a lender prior to purchasing a home, also make sure that they run it with a tax rate, with a tax base of something in a metro district and maybe an older home without a metro district tax. Now, it goes without saying that our home prices here in the Denver metro area, well, they're high. They're not New York City high, but they're high. So the average, or median, I should say, the median price of homes in America is about $428,000. Here in the Denver metro area, we're just above $600,000. So that gives you an idea of where we sit compared to the rest of the country. And obviously, different areas of the Denver metro area, well, your money can go further in some areas as opposed to others. The farther out you get from the city of Denver, if you're willing to go out to some of more of the rural areas, well, your money goes a little farther out there. So it's just something to think about and consider. Our home prices here, they're high, and that's not a shock to anyone, I'm sure. I have posted videos where we've discussed the cost of living here in the Denver metro area and what different areas, what your money can buy in those areas as well. So make sure you check out those videos on my channel. Now, the other two things, well, they have to do with kids. So if you don't have kids or you're not planning kids, then you can skip through this next part. But kids' sports. Kids sports, well, it's high here as well. And the things that people don't think about is typically if your child wants to play high school sport, they're usually going to have to be on a competitive team before. And competitive sports here are expensive. Now, we have recreation centers where they do have sporting programs there, but to go from a recreation center sporting program to a high school sport, probably unlikely. Between those two, so the recreation center sports, those are much cheaper than competitive sports. And those are typically for the littler kids to determine, is this something that I like? Do I want to continue with it? And then once they've found their sport or two, or really committed to a sport, then that's when you want to put them in those competitive sports. And competitive sports here, obviously there's lots of factors to it. Travel, how many tournaments they're going to do. There's so many different things to consider in those competitive sports. But honestly, as a mom of three, I would say competitive sports have ranged anywhere from $1,000 to $4,000 a season, just depending on the sport. I've heard of some sports that my kids didn't play that were much higher than that. So just keep in mind, competitive sports to play on the high school teams, you're probably looking at a couple $1,000s a year. And then childcare. Well, my kids are older. I haven't paid for childcare for a long time. But when I talk with my clients and I talk with friends and people I know who have kids in childcare, preschool or daycare, well, it's expensive. And I'm not talking just a couple $100 expensive. I'm talking over $1,000, sometimes $2,000 a month for one child to be in a daycare or a preschool program. So again, just something to consider when you're thinking about moving out here is to plan that into your budget. And the last thing, our dogs. Coloradans, we love our pets, especially our dogs. We take our dogs everywhere with us. They go to the store, they go to school pickup lines, they go to Home Depot, they go to restaurants, they go to breweries. We have our dogs everywhere. We even have special breweries that are very dog friendly, meaning you can drink a beer and your dog can be playing right there with you with all of the other dogs. We have restaurants that have dedicated patios to dogs here. So we are a dog loving state. And if you're not, once you move here, well, great chances you probably will become one. And with dogs, well, you know, they're expensive. So you need to add that into your budget as well. Just the expense of owning a pet. Well, there you have it. There was 5 things that we just discussed, 5 items that you probably weren't thinking of or aware of the cost of those things here in the metro area. So I just want to make sure that when you're planning a move out here that you're able to plan it and you're able to budget for it appropriately. We would hate for you to get out here to the Denver metro area and it not align with your budget. Thanks so much for watching this video. I do have several videos about the cost of living and what your money can buy you in different areas or neighborhoods of the Denver metro area on my channel. So please make sure you check those out. If you like what you heard here today or you like this content, please like this video. It certainly helps out my channel. And if you could hit that subscribe button, you'll be notified when I post other videos about living in the Denver metro area. I do those every Tuesday. Every other Friday is a property tour, so you'll be the first to be notified when those things are posted. That's all I have for you now, and I will see you on the next video.